My name is Lily, and I am your facilitator for Teachers Anonymous, which is a support group for teachers. Teachers Anonymous is a program of the Urban Flower Project, which is a professional development organization for teachers. The Teachers Anonymous, teachers, prospective teachers can send their questions and concerns, and we will try to answer them here in this safe space. So today, the question that was submitted was about a teacher who experiences stage fright, or should I say prospective teacher. It's a college student, and he feels a little nervous being in front of the classroom. And so here is the advice that I am more than happy to share with this particular teacher, prospective teacher, and anyone else who may be in a similar position. So one idea is to start small and build your confidence. Practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. This will help you become more comfortable with your voice and presence. Also, if it's possible, especially for a student teacher, perhaps try teaching in small groups first before doing something with the whole group, because small groups, it's less intimidating and it lets you ease into things. Another possible solution to overcoming this stage fright is to reframe your fear. Instead of thinking, what if I mess up? Try thinking, I'm here to help these students learn, and mistakes are part of that process. Also, keep in mind that the students want you to succeed too. They're not judging you, or at least they shouldn't be. They're listening, they're learning, and often they don't even realize that you're nervous. Maybe they're nervous themselves. Now, here is one of my favorite pieces of advice. Use a bit of a teacher persona. It can help you to step into character. You're still yourself, just slightly amplified, and think of it as putting on a confident coat when you walk in. For example, and this has nothing to do with teaching, but it's a way that it shows how you can adopt a persona to help you overcome your fear. And I'm going to divulge a piece of personal information. When I was younger, I was afraid to drive. I was very nervous to drive. And it wasn't until my senior year in college that I got a car that I didn't drive very often because I was just so nervous about getting into an accident. And I knew that I was going to be graduating soon. I was going to go out into the real world and I would obviously have to drive. And so I had to figure out a way to get over that fear. Well, let me tell you what I did. First, I thought really hard and I thought, well, what kind of person is not afraid to drive a car? And then immediately the idea came to me that a NASCAR driver is not afraid to drive a car. They drive cars for a living, and it seems that they really enjoy doing that. So if I adopted the persona of a NASCAR driver, when I got into my car, I would not be so afraid. So that's one way I did it. But you know what? Let me tell you a little bit more. Don't judge me. So I went online and I ordered a pair of leather driving gloves because I figure if I'm going to do this persona, then I'm going to go, I need some accessories. I need some props to go with it. So I ordered a pair of leather driving gloves because I imagine that NASCAR drivers wear leather driving gloves. And when they arrived, I told myself that anytime I put on these leather gloves, that I would immediately be turned into a NASCAR driver. And so I would wake up early mornings when I knew that there were not too many cars on the street, put on my leather driving gloves, get into my car and drive until I built up the confidence to be the driver that I am today. So if you do something like that, except with a teacher persona, that might help you overcome your fear. Maybe get yourself a little blazer or something that's very teachery. And whenever you have that thing on or whenever that prop is near you, then you suddenly don't have this fear anymore because you have taken on a persona of someone who is very confident in their teaching. Another possible solution to overcoming your fear of stage fright is to over prepare. Knowing your material inside and out will help lower your anxiety. And have a few go-to questions or prompts to fall back on if you get flustered. Try to anticipate what questions students might have and have the answers already prepared. And my fifth and I guess final solution to consider would be to focus on the students and not yourself. Shift your attention from how am I doing to how are they doing? Make eye contact with friendly students, not the whole room at once. So if you're standing in front of the classroom, find that one face that, makes you not the most nervous. Find a smiling face, a happy face, a curious face, and focus on that one. I mean, don't stare and, for too long. Don't make the child feel uncomfortable. But, just have a couple of faces that you can turn to that, put you at ease. And that way you don't have to focus on the entire class. Also, encourage interaction. Asking questions or doing small work gives you breathing room. Okay. And hopefully, by implementing some or all of these possible solutions, you will eventually overcome that stage fright. You will be more confident and hopefully, as you become more comfortable in this and you see a fellow colleague, a new teacher who's feeling similarly, you can share these points with them. Or maybe you discover something else that works best for you and you can pass that knowledge on to them. Okay, so that concludes our time together in today's group. But if you have a concern, a question about, your practice as a teacher or um, a concern you have, you can drop it down in the comments below, or you can even email me at theurbanflower@aol.com. Yeah, listen, don't judge me. I still have an AOL address, okay? That should let you know. Um, I've been in the streets for some time. I'm a veteran at this, and that's why I feel comfortable to be in the space, willing to share my knowledge and my experience. That way, a new generation of teachers can go forth and be fabulous and help teach and raise the future leaders of our world. And so I hope to catch you on the next episode of Teachers Anonymous. Hasta la pasta!